Welcome back. Hello, everybody. Another nail biter here. Whoops, turn this around. We had less entries on this one than we've had in the past, but we had about 30, and we had 16 and 31, I think. But we had the first unanimous decision. It was really close on the adult. That one took at least an hour, and we were right there. So we had a couple things, degree of difficulties that broke the tie. But we've had a lot of comments on this about how to do this better, and man, we're all ears. And one of them was to show all the flies, so we took pictures of all the flies, and so we did that already, so we see everybody's flies. It's, this one wasn't too bad because there's only 30 on each in one and 60 in the other, so it wasn't that tough. But when there's 60 or 80, yes, sir? Johnny has his hand up.
I think we should probably tell people what it is, what category we're judging.
What category we're judging?
Caddis
Pupa. However,
and larva.
It wasn't
Well,
pupa though.
Well, Jeremy said it wasn't a larva, wasn't supposed to. We let larva in as well as pupa. This was supposed to be a Caddis Pupa category. And so we had, and we've already done the close-ups, and you're showing all those, right, Christopher?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so so we can see everybody's fly. It was a great suggestion to show everybody's fly. We didn't do that on a couple, I don't remember which ones, and so the other one is to call out everybody's names and not do them and not go first, second, third. And so we've heard what you're saying, and man, if we keep doing this, I love all the information, anything you've got, just because it makes it, we want it to be fun and we want it to be cool for everybody. So this is the Caddis Pupa, and like I said, we allowed the larva in because we got a lot of them in that way. And so in this event, just like all of them, the first place for the adults, the Echo Trout,
Nope.
and line, or not trout, I mean Echo, it's Shadow X. Right here, the Echo, I'm reading off of last week's, the Shadow X, because this is, everything goes by the category, so this is nymphs. Second place is a silver cape and a $150 gift certificate, and third place is an MFC boat box and a pair of guideline sunglasses, 75, or a pair of sunglasses and $75 gift certificate. And the youth is a $150 gift certificate for first, 100 for second, and 75 for third, and all of them get a $25 gift certificate just for being in it. So, onward. So we already showed these. Did we show the close-up on this in the top 10?
We'll have it all up on YouTube tomorrow.
Yeah, all of it will be on the YouTube tomorrow. And I'm always talking about stuff coming. How close can you get on this, Chris? On this box?
Yeah.
If I come over there, how close can we get?
You can get pretty close to it. I can zoom in.
Why don't you zoom in? This is the most ridiculously cool thing I've ever seen in my life. Nobody knew what it was when it got here. We just thought when you first saw it, this is the most, it is so cool. And what it is, when you see it, it's hanging by a piece of probably 5X, I don't know, tippet. And then it's on a magnet. And you can shake this thing as hard as you want, and that fly does not move. And we didn't even, at first you don't notice it. You think it's just two pieces. And it's a magnet, below it. So there's the thing. And we were going to cut it out, and but it was so cool, indestructible. It's in this little case. As soon as you do that, and it actually made it super easy for us to judge because you could just rotate it. And it was absolutely the most incredible thing I've ever seen. And nobody really caught on in the beginning that it was a magnet holding it down in place because you couldn't really shake it. Very cool. And so, that, where'd it go to? That was Mike Falconbury. I think that's how you say it. In the case, it was just, we've got some really cool ones, but that one really took the case. That was it. So, let's go on to the winners, and we've already showed this. I've got this on the youth group. And just so you can see what we're doing, how we do this now is we bring in your fly, and by the way, send one fly. When you send 5 flies per category, I cannot judge your flies and then judge them again. So I don't, when you send 5 flies in and say, pick one, I can't go through and judge your flies because A, it wouldn't be unfair for me to pick like that, and B, if I pick the one you don't like, you might be pissed. And so when you send 4, 5, 6 flies at a time, I just grab one. I look down and say, that one looks good, and I grab it. But I don't take much time, so we're supposed to send 1 fly. And so onward, and what we do here is we get them as the day they come in, I pull them out, and because I'm trying to keep all the flies. I want to keep them all. I don't know what we're going to do with them all. We've got cases of them already. We put them on here. We put the number. We number your letter or whatever it is. Boom. And then we just discard the boxes. And so we've got your name and whatever information just in an envelope, and there it is. And so we brought everybody's flies in. I put them on. This was simple because it's just a little one. Everyone goes on here, and we're going to keep them. We've had a lot of suggestions about auction these things off, but I can't really auction them off if we don't have everybody's release forms. And there's always some idiot that thinks I'm doing this so I can steal your damn fly. I don't need another fly. It's like, and so we don't really know what to do with them is the bottom line, but we're going to try to keep them, especially the top, 10 or top 3 for sure of all of them, but we don't, this is how we're doing it. And so this goes just so we can see it, transfer it over to judge. So on to the youth group. And how did we do this before? Did we pick one at a time, or are you going to show up close?
We won't have anything until tomorrow.
Right. But we'll show just whose it is.
We'll show everybody.
I don't know if you can see, but we've got the front 3 are right here. Can you see that, Chris? Not even a little bit. Maybe? Okay. Well, I'm going to go through the names so you can see which one's which. Let's see here. So that was one of the suggestions. Don't go 1, 2, 3. Go 3, 2, 1. So we'll do that. Johnny said, "Yeah, you should do that always." The other guy, one guy said, "Go totally random." So number 3. Let me get there. There you go. Is number 3 is Gavin Rueda. It's this little caddis right here. This fly, it's a pretty simple fly, but it's got quill wing, wing cases coming out. The leg work was really good. It's got 2 antennas perfectly set out the back. Great fly. Number 2, where'd I go to, is this little case caddis. Did I have that? Yeah, that's number 2, this little case caddis. Great hair work. The thing that kicked this up a notch was it has perfectly set legs underneath it. It's a pretty simple fly, but the legs underneath it, you can just see them, and it's got 6 perfect legs. It's just a simple little case caddis. And number 1 was Jackson Pyles, this latex caddis. Hair work was great. The sets are great. Proportions are incredible. Everything on it was just really well done. And Jackson has been in the first place before. Great job on everybody's fly there. And there was some really close 3rd places right there. Had to split, literally split hairs again. So that was really cool. So onward to the top. Hey, I hope that case is as indestructible as I hope it was, because it just hit the ground. Give me that. Did it break into 100 pieces? Hell no, look at that thing. It's indestructible. It's unreal. Case in point. Look at the case in point. So, do you want to, we'll do a close-up of these things so everybody can see it tomorrow. But, so, 3rd place, we're going to start with that. Where's the number? Right here. Paulie Shurtleff, I think it is. This is, again, it's kind of a latex caddis. Wing work was incredible. Knotted legs, they're perfectly laid underneath there. Everything proportionately, absolutely stunning. The antennas are perfect, everything on it. And again, It's not a really complex fly, but it was incredibly done. Johnny's picked for the fly he wants to fish first. And by the way, we're going to do that next year. We're going to have a guide. We might even do it at the end of the year when we drink too much in the last one, and do, guide's choice flies. So that's another category maybe for next year. Took the tape off that thing. That's why I went crazy. Number 2, this is this is the first time ever, every single category, everybody was unanimous. It was 1, 2, 3, every one of us picked the same thing. So, and this was a tough one because it's this case caddis right here. It's James Lund from Sweden, and that's second place. And that was a tough one. It was right here. Probably the best hair work I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it's absolutely, it's just stunning. The whole thing about it is incredible. The legs are perfect. And when you see this thing in his case, and he built the case out of bark, and that's where we were right. This is one of those ones where do you judge the fly, do you judge the case? It's a lot of case. It was stunning. And this is, I'm the tiebreaker on that. And I kept going back and forth and back and forth. I couldn't decide. And then first place is Mike Falconbury. That's the one that's in the case. And the thing about this fly, when you see the close-up on it, it's the hair work's incredible. The layout of it, the overall degree of difficulty was intense. And then that was a tough one because the degree of difficulty on James' fly, the hair work on it was so good. But when we got into this pupating caddis, there was one thing that was kind of the kicker. And nobody noticed it until I put these things on, didn't see it. I put on my cheaters and these things, and I kept looking at the eyes. And we'll do a close-up on this, and you'll have to see it to understand it. But this fly's got these gorgeous little glass bead red eyes. That's what we thought. They are not glass beads. He took the biot and wrapped it into a circle. They're hollow. And it is just absolutely incredible how he pulled these eyes off. And so we're going through it. Everything on it's perfect. The hair work was perfect. The feather sets are laid perfectly. And then you see this shell back, and then there's these two. And I thought they were little glass beads. And I thought he just hooked a piece of mono through and pulled them through, and here they're set. And then I put on those jeweler's glasses and saw that was pure biot wrapped into a circle, and they're hollow. And then he varnished them, and they look absolutely, they look like glass beads. And so that degree of difficulty, and I've never seen it, it was totally original. I've never seen anything like it, and so that's the one that took first place. Absolutely stunning. It was just a really cool. But again, the top 10 on this one was every single fly in the top 10 had some sort of degree of difficulty that was really cool. There was a wire weave fly in there that was, man, we kept going back and forth. This one was another really, the quality is just so good that it's really hard to judge these things. But that's 1, 2, 3. You know the prizes. We've got one more coming up. We got the Sculpin, which is really cool. It's, I love the streamer stuff. We've got a lot of entries into that. Got some really bad butt stuff. Can't swear on this. Really cool stuff on here. It's got not that many. I think there's about 35 in there right now. And so we've got a month, April 15th. That's when we're going to do it. And then we'll do right after that, probably the week after we announce that, and we're going to the grand prize. And so are we going to do that at once? We'll try to do it a week later. That's what we did last.
Yeah, probably. I'm getting married on the 15th.
Johnny's getting, girls, heartbreak. Poor Johnny's getting married off 15th.
Yep, but that's when it's due.
That's when it's due?
Yeah.
April?
No, May 15th is grand prize.
Grand prize.
Sculpin's
Okay, April 15th is the Sculpin, and then May 15th, it's not 1 week, it'll be 30 days. So May
Send us your
15th.
Sculpin.
Yeah, we need more Sculpins because if I was going to steal your fly, it'd probably be a Sculpin. But I'm not stealing your flies. And so, anyway, and you've seen them all, and you'll see them all. And like I said, get them in. We got one fly in, you know, for the caddis that came in the day of the show, and then we had one come in that was really late like that day, and we let that one in because it came from, I don't know, some other country, but we let that in. But get them in before the 15th. That's the due date. We usually judge the next day and then have it, you know, 3 or 4 days later, and we get it all done. So I hope you're enjoying it. Stay safe. See you out there.